But if you make another move against me, Isidore, then you'll have a war on your hands. Mama, I'm really sorry for lying to you, but I can't have you get in my way. The Russos took everything that should have been ours. I'm gonna make sure we get back what we're owed. But her entire organization needs to be stopped. Who knows how she'd retaliate if she doesn't get a hold of Theodosius's palace? Hey, do you know how I can get in touch with Zeke Franklin? I just made it here. Good. Don't forget, make sure to show emotion. We both know how having compassion isn't really your greatest strength. I've got everything handled. Goodbye. Did you stop by to ask if I'm attending my AA meetings? Because it should be clear that I would be in handcuffs right now if I didn't. How are the AA meetings going, Ben? Sounds like you didn't come here to discuss them, which is a relief. I hope your presence here isn't a waste of my time, Quinlan. I came here to warn you that Devante Torres is more dangerous than you realize. Thank you for the coffee, Vivian. You're welcome, Mr. Russo. I smell that you have a special meal for lunch yourself. Just some nachos. My favorite. What's that look for? I'm thinking about my daughter. She used to love nachos. You sure you want to be seen around me right now? Don't you got a trial coming up soon? Let me worry about that. Right now, I need something specific from you. On top of that, I want everything you've got. Derry, I'm glad that you took my invitation seriously. I came here to check up on you, Devante. Alan Russo has said some hurtful things about you recently. They were just mere words to me. Hearing a little boy run his mouth over something he has no knowledge on isn't something that I lose sleep over. Can you say the same for the rest of the public? How are the number of guests looking for the hotel? What are you talking about? Have you heard of Kalu Denjuma? What does a late crime lord have to do with Devante? He's associated with the Dejumas. Kalu had a daughter named Adaku. Wait, Adaku? As in Adaku Bello? She changed her last name, but she's a Denjuma and took over the organization right after Kalu passed away. Where'd you get this information from? Pacho Torres. Long story short, Pacho came back to take over Theodosius's palace. That explains why he's suddenly been kissing up to his father. But what does this have to do with me? To ensure Pacho's plan works, Devante needs to go to prison. Like I told you before, Elvira's diary could help secure that. And like I told you, that's not happening. Her name was Elvira, right? I'm trying to think of the last time I heard an employee speak her name in my presence. It's almost like after she passed away, her name was some sort of forbidden word here. It shouldn't. Elvira was your daughter, who you clearly love. From the photos I've seen, she was really beautiful. Thank you. I'm sure you saw pictures on the news. What they show don't do my daughter justice. If you don't mind, can I look at a photo that you have of her on your phone? I don't mind at all. It's been a long time since I was able to brag about her. Clarice, that's my wife. She used to refer to Elvira as her little pearl. I still feel like this photo doesn't do her justice. It's not as beautiful as the real deal. What was she like? Definitely a free spirit. She clearly loved having fun, even if that meant going against what she was taught as a Catholic. Despite her flaws, she was great with my grandson, Benedict. She would watch him any chance she got. Elvira would have been such an amazing mother. It's a shame how she was robbed of that chance. Don't ask questions. Just take my money. Have you even used this stuff before? Are you gonna keep asking me pointless questions, or will I have to go somewhere else? I doubt that. Here you go. Just don't be too crazy or stupid. Thanks. Why did Max Russo just come to see you? Mom? Max? What's wrong? I called to tell you how sorry I am. Sorry for skipping school the other day? All I wanted to do was make you and Dad proud. Maximilian, your father and I are proud of you. Yes, skipping school wasn't the best choice to make so close to the trial, but the prosecution can't use that to paint you as the monster they try to make you look like. That's all I wanted to say. Bye, Mom. I love you. I love you too, Maximilian. Talk to you later. Why were you just meeting with Zeke Franklin? The hotel business is a tricky business to be in, Terry. Luckily for me, it's in my blood to handle bad press like this and make it profitable. Well, if you're having lower numbers than usual, then I'd like you to know that I'll give this hotel a good word to anyone I come across. I truly mean that. Thank you. That really means a lot. I would have called first instead of showing up like this. Clearly, I didn't know how to reach you. Today's your lucky day. I can add my number to your contacts. Ben, you know how important Elvira's diary is. It helped you to figure out that Devante took her life. We need to prove how he's a liar. Whoever thinks that Devante was telling the truth on national television, claiming that my teenage aunt pursued him, lacks common sense. The diary is the closest thing to physical evidence. Maybe not a lot, but every sort of evidence counts. How come you wouldn't increase Devante's chances of getting convicted? Because once the police get a hold of Elvira's diary, I will never get it back. Elvira's gone, and this diary is the only thing left I have of her. I'm not gonna let it go. But Devante Torres is facing charges for what he did. He'll stand trial, and at the end, Elvira will get justice. That's what I hope for. Even if Devante gets convicted, it won't bring my little girl back. Most of all, it won't give me the chance to let her know how much I loved her. She must have known. You have no idea what my last words were to her. I don't, but I doubt it made her question her love for you. The last thing I told my daughter was to behave herself. That was it. Not even a hug. The last words she heard me say was a command. You're not supposed to be seen with me. As if being seen with someone like Zeke Franklin will do you any favors. Yvette, I'm really not trying to ruin either of our days by asking this, but why is that any of your business? Aren't you worried about the trial? I am. Well, we wouldn't be going to trial if it weren't for you. But there's nothing we can do to change that. Wait a minute. You can change it, but you just don't want to. Bottom line, before either of us get into more trouble, I wish you the best, Yvette. There you go. Now you've got the option to call or text me anytime. Thank you, Devante. Don't mention it. Can't wait to hear from you. See you later. What you got for me? I'm officially in Devante Torres' orbit. You better not make me regret this, Essador. I think the only person with regrets will be Devante. When he loses everything he holds dear to him. Ben, I get where you're coming from. No, you don't. You think you do. I thought you did until I found out you were my father's mistress. Just get out, Quinlan. Don't ever ask about my aunt's diary again. I really hope you don't live the rest of your life beating yourself up for something like that. What happened to Elvira was the last thing you or any parent would ever expect. Vivian, thank you for spending some of your lunchtime with me. I really appreciate your kindness. Maybe we can have more talks like this. I like that. See you later, Mr. Russo. It's funny how your photos are all over Google. Lorenzo really did love you. Maybe you would have loved me. Or maybe you would have despised me. Who knows? You're not here anymore. Maybe you would have accepted me or rejected me over the fact that your father, the great and powerful Lorenzo Russo, got my mother pregnant and had me as a result. Guess we'll never know, Elvira. Or should I start calling you sis? Can't you just wait until we get home, JJ? I'm not trying to miss the bus. All right, Vanessa, take that chance. If I have an accident, all because you wouldn't let me take a quick bathroom break, then you'll have to deal with the consequences since mom and dad want us side by side. Ugh, fine. 2 minutes. I can't wait until I get my license. Max? Max, what's the matter with you?